I been kicking it with Cooch. 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 Got a lot of shit to lose. I been kicking it with Cooch. I been kicking it with Cooch. I been kicking it with Cooch. E. Two, one.
Oh God.
I don't know. At work, maybe like MOG when you get 5. Fucking. Anyways, welcome back to a very special episode of Kickin It. This is my first time recording in Georgia, so I'm really excited. You're a lot to me, actually. You know that? You're like, this is my first and foremost, this is my dog. This is my friend. My like older sister I didn't really ask for. my young OG. You've taught me a lot, and just overall, just a fucking fantastic person. A person that everyone should know. This right here is Teaacup. What up?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. Thanks for introducing me in like that.
Of course.
Thanks for being the annoying little brother I didn't ask for.
Facts. And for those who don't know, right? For those who don't know, you do a lot now. But for those who don't, like when people meet you now in 2022, how do you introduce yourself, and what is it that you tell them that you do?
So I tell people I do community development. So pretty much I help people with their physical or digital community. So how I do that, my company has like a media and event side. Then it also has more of like a admin side where I do like marketing, assisting, project management, those type of things. So a lot of people, when they met me back then, it was probably like just media and events, like me just interviewing not just upcoming artists but upcoming people, innovators, people that shake the culture, people that have small businesses, all these things in Atlanta. So yeah, so now I just try to go more and more helping people build their brand.
Let's talk about some brands you might have helped build, just for those who don't know. Today we're gonna brag. You can get all your flowers today. Let's talk about it. So what are some brands that you worked with early that are like popped off since? Because I've always said you have the magic touch.
Okay, well, my brand, Spill the TTV, of course. I worked with like Taste of Soul. I worked with 48TL, helped him. I've worked with like a lot of people, like in some capacity, whether it was like mostly like them being a part of my events. Mm-hmm. So like Urban Eden, they're a popular soap company. Worked with them early on. I got content to them. I work with like a lot of people on a different levels, but like I would say more on a personal level. So I am Young and May's assistant now. So a lot of people don't know that.
Oh shit!
I think is this the first podcast I've said that on? Probably.
I think so. I think that's like actually the first time you just admitted to this.
Yep. So another one of my clients is Avery B. He's a YouTuber. He has like over 1 million views on YouTube. So Timothy Isaiah, he's one of my clients that I'm working with right now, helping him build his brand. Yoski, them two. So they going like they got some motion going on in the city. Yeah, I work with like so many different people just on different levels. You know what I'm saying? So.
At this point, what is your favorite level to work with people? Like now, I feel like you tried a bunch of different things. I know personally there's a few things that you don't love as much as you do. So like at this point, what is the thing that you love working on the most?
I would say what level I like working on the most is probably like upcoming artists for real, like really helping them from the ground up. Like I like the figuring it out part, figuring out what works and helping like, cause artists will usually know what they want or they'll have the following or have the people, but I like getting them, I either like helping them find their people or helping them get organized at that like startup level so you can kind of figure out a path of where to go. So yeah, I really like the ground up. I really like working with smaller artists than bigger artists because bigger artists, they, or I would say more established artists, it's still cool because it's cool to see that on a higher level
For sure.
But I like more of that figuring it out phase, building phase, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just so rewarding.
Who have been some of your favorite artists that you worked with, like from the ground up, that are now killing it?
Let's see. Who have I worked with like really closely? I would say I really like working with Yoski for real. Like he has his own motion, but he's still an independent artist. Mm-hmm. And he's still like, it's still more like we trying to get into touring and just a lot of bigger stuff. So him for sure. dang, nobody's ever asked me all this. Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to get to know you. We're trying to like, cause I like again, we're homies in real life, and I still don't know half the shit that you do, cause you're just always working on it, and it's just like you don't really get a chance to like talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to know.
Yeah. One of my favorite things too was like a company that a lot of people know me from doing like nonprofit stuff. So Emoji Life, where we started doing like Juneteenth events back in the day, like that was one of my favorite brands to like help build. And like I'm proud of Bree. She's still out there doing her thing. So
let's talk about that, right? I feel like when I got hip to like Juneteenth, like was very mainly because of you. Like I wasn't a thing that was celebrated as much. Now it's like a huge thing that even like white companies like embrace, which is we can talk about that too.
Apple calendar.
Huh?
They put it on the Apple calendar.
Yo, facts. By the way, this is Kimani.
Oh, I'm just here.
He is incredible photographer, incredible videographer, and now he's dipping into the podcast world. You feel me? This is his space. So shout out to Kimani. This is where we have the applause. I do gotta use his board.
Right.
You
I'm
feel
gonna
me?
put that in.
But yeah. Wow. Fucking Teaacup. You don't brag enough, bro. No, you don't. You don't.
Aww.
You don't. I feel like after today's conversation, you're gonna drive and be like, drive 45 minutes to wherever you're going after this. Georgia.
No,
Still not used
real.
to that. And you're gonna be like, damn, I've really done a lot of fly shit.
yeah, man, I be feeling like you saying this right now is just needed. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we can question like what we doing if it's not, I guess, going viral or big to certain people. We could be like, dang, doesn't matter. But the fact that it be like that one person or it be somebody telling you directly like, hey, I really rock with this, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I appreciate you.
Of
for
course,
real.
gang, you know that. So let's talk about this upcoming event. We gonna go all over the place. I have so many questions, but you do have an event that was supposed to be today, got rescheduled because weather and shit. Let's talk about that event, because this is the first time you're doing it in a while, right? A few years.
Yeah, since like 2019. Yeah. So
Damn.
basically, this is what built Spill the Tea, the Show and Cypher, pretty much, because I know like a lot of artists would always just come to me and be like, you know, can you do, because I was doing stuff with like Emoji Life or doing just certain events that included artists but weren't really about artists, they started asking, can I do more things for them? Because a lot of people were like charging for you to get on, you know, just in Atlanta, just a typical open mic or a showcase, like, you know, it's a lot of money or whatever to get on the show, you know, stuff like that. And it's like, I feel like I kind of brought the fun to it, you know what I'm saying? Because my DJ, Machiavelli, he be going crazy. Me and him been working together. He helped me build my brand. He's the one, him and 40, they both told me like, yo, you need to do this. Like, you need to do stuff for artists, because I was already doing interviews coming out of West Georgia. So me and Machiavelli started working together, doing the Show and Cypher. And then Lyric and Hearn came along the way. Hearn's energy, like, he's from New York. So
I didn't know that.
Yep, he's from New York. So that's where, you know, hip hop really got started. And it's like, you know, just that energy, especially like when it comes to like battle rapping and stuff like that. And then Lyric, the nudist, she brings the soft touch to it. So it's kind of a balance. Like, I used to like 106 in Park and stuff with like AJ and Free, and kind of how it's just like a boy and a girl chemistry, like
that dynamic
type of energy. And like Lyric, so she's a nudist, so she promotes like body positivity. So she brings that soft film, and then that, oh, but we gon' get ratchet too type energy. Cause you know, at showcases it could just be male dominant, or it could just be whole bunch of just
it'd
like,
be awkward.
Yeah, so
it'd be
like,
awkward, low key.
All right, but we can dance and turn up too. Like, it ain't gotta feel, cause Lyric is not necessarily in the music industry. So it's like, I like that it doesn't feel industry. Like, cause I'm not really, I guess I'm in the music industry, I guess, but I don't really feel like I'm in the music industry. I feel like I feel like what I'm doing is for the underground though. Like, I don't want this to be industry. Now I know some people's goals are to be in the industry, so I do bring in certain resources and certain people that can help them get to where they want to go. But this specific place, when you come here, I'm like, man, I want artists to link. Like, this is where y'all start meeting each other, to start collabing. You know what I'm saying? It's where you come meet producers. It's where you come meet other people from Atlanta. Even if you are artists and you new here, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people, artists hit my DMs and always like, hey, I'm new to Atlanta, where can I go for shows? Or hey, I'm new to Atlanta, how can I get this? How can I do that? So it's really for that. And it's not like, I don't want all that pay to play, all that extra cap shit. Like, I'm just trying to just make it be fun. You know what I'm saying?
That's really important, honestly, because that pay to play shit makes artists not want to pursue it. And then they get on these big stages where they do pay to play and they're not ready because they haven't performed on the smaller stages or actually built real impact or seen how their music connects with real people because they've had the chance. And when they do, it's for a paid show for whoever's popping at the time. And we've been to those shows where we don't give a fuck who's opening. We just there for whoever we pay to see. So it's just a bad look all around. And that's what the industry was for a while. So shout out to people like you who make it easy to perform and showcase it.
All I want to do, like, that first step, so you can at least figure out, do people like your stuff, or like, can you perform? You know what I'm saying?
Like, am I good at this? Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to bring it back for real, especially since artists been asking for it for a while.
I can't believe you haven't done one since 2019. I mean, COVID did happen, so I keep forgetting that we missed mad time, but still, like,
COVID happened, but I feel like I also had to like scale as a person, as a brand, had to learn more things so I could be able to offer more things. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like it's time for that now, because we're in an era where it's like now artists are wanting to get more information on like technology, like NFTs and getting the metaverse, certain things. So it's just like now I want to come back at least more resourceful a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So you can continue guiding people in the right direction, because there is a lot to know now. Like, at this point, it's not even just how good you are. It hasn't been that in a really long time, but at this point, you not only do you have to know everything, you have to continue learning, because there's so many new avenues to pop off on and
so many new platforms. Because last time I was doing a Show and Cypher, there wasn't no TikTok.
Which is crazy to think, like, life before TikTok. Like, I feel like it's become the biggest thing in the world, and it happened in such a little time. But this is how you break an artist now. This is how you break. Whatever you do, it should be on TikTok at this point, which is kind of crazy.
Exactly. I think Twitch was out, but I don't think Twitch was popular for real.
TikTok is like the new SoundCloud.
Yeah. TikTok is the new SoundCloud.
TikTok is bigger, honestly, because SoundCloud is just music. You can really be a poppin' ass videographer and showcase your video skills and end up doing movies now, or you can dead ass be a nigga who bakes and get a damn YouTube show off it. Like, yo, TikTok is really, if you're doing anything remotely cool, like if you showcase it, you can really pop off. And there's no weird algorithm. It seems like there's no algorithm.
Yeah, that's still hard to understand as a marketer. Very
right? Like, I rarely use TikTok. I don't follow many things, but I can, if I go on, I can be on for an hour and see a bunch of shit I've never expected to see. It's fucking ridiculous.
That For You page is crazy,
bro. It's interesting. I hope that like it makes other social medias go back and be like, yo, let's bring back no algorithm.
Yeah,
because I feel like if that doesn't happen, like Instagram, it's gonna die. Not die because it's Facebook, but like people are posting less. People are going to other platforms,
trying to find other platforms,
trying to find other avenues to showcase themselves, and Instagram's not really doing it.
Yeah, for sure. TikTok is like a mini version of YouTube. So whereas TikTok, I think now you can post a longer video. I think now you could probably post maybe 10-minute videos. Maybe
on TikTok.
I
remember when it was 3 minutes.
Shit.
I don't know. Let me not quote that.
I think they did go up.
I think they did go up.
But
I know it was 3 minutes.
What was it originally? Wasn't it like 90
seconds? Like,
so it was like Vine, essentially. Like in the beginning of it, right? It was very short
30
videos.
seconds, 1 minute. So TikTok put more emphasis on like micro content, on basically shorter forms of content. Whereas like with a YouTube video, sometimes it might take you 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying, to watch a full video or to get something, but you can get it out of TikTok in 10 seconds, in 30 seconds.
And with the way we consume things now, it's brilliant. Like there's a whole world of TikTok that like I'm finally like realizing I'm a little older than people, where I'm like at work and people are making TikTok references. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's how I felt about when Twitter was in its peak like 8 years ago, and I'm just like how I felt like being so engaged in this. So it's beautiful to see like social media is like an everlasting, this is the new shit, and the whole world's gonna fuck with it.
You know what? I love Twitter. Because I feel like Twitter don't switch up as much.
Whenever they switch up, we complain and niggas and Twitter deadass be like, all
They
right,
will-
my
they will
fault,
switch it
my
back.
fault, guys. They're not gonna give us the edit button, which I'm cool with, but I appreciate that Twitter just sticks to his roots. It's not trying to do dumb shit. Like
It tried to do the whole what is it with the talking, the meets or whatever.
Oh yeah,
it's called.
the Twitter
Spaces?
chat
Spaces.
Nah,
Yeah.
still it's
People-
it's
yeah, that's still
people be
popping.
heavy on Spaces.
Really?
Especially if you in like that NFT space. I know that's really big. Or
Yeah.
like chat room since Clubhouse.
Yeah,
People have gotten into that. Like people
That's
really
where
do
they got
be,
the
oh,
idea
we're
from.
talking at 7.
the Twitter Spaces for the NFT world. People do like music conversations. Like Jay-Z's done a few dope Twitter Spaces to promote whatever Jay-Z's promoting at said time. Like it's still not impacting though as much as like Clubhouse did. Like people use it, but like I don't.
I think just people on, because there's only a certain demographic of people on Twitter.
Yeah. So, but Twitter keeps it very minimal with the new shit. And if we don't like it, they're like, all right, my bad. So yeah, Twitter's gonna live forever.
Are you dark Twitter or light Twitter? Like on your phone?
My phone's dark. Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dark
What about you?
Yeah, I'm dark.
Don't like the light.
Yeah, I don't fuck. The second they started giving us dark mode and everything, I'm like, this is what the world should be.
Right.
This is what there should always
My
be
Google
dark mode.
Chrome,
Everything,
dark.
bro. Like I don't even know what
Email.
I don't even know what light mode look like anymore. That should be blinding me. I'm like, oh, I don't want to fix your phone. Ew.
Get out of my face.
But yo, we're here with Teaacup. I still have so many questions.
What's up?
I just have so many questions, yo. So you mentioned West Jordan. Like, let's again take it back to the beginning really quickly. At what point, like, did you realize that you needed to be the outlet for specific people? Like, what was the moment where you're like, damn, like, there's not enough. Let's start here.
Okay. Well, first of all, the moment I realized that I need to be an outlet for people was realizing that I fucking suck at everything. Like, I tried to rap.
Wait,
I
you
tried to rap.
Everyone tried to rap.
I tried to, like, I was into acting. Like, that's how I knew Mikey Aristotle from, like, doing, like, the drama club and stuff. Like, in high school.
TZ was in drama.
He was in the drama club.
Ah, shit. I know that.
Y'all ain't know that.
I know this is fresh information.
So, yeah, I tried to rap. I think I tried to make beats. I tried to do, like, videography. Like, I tried to do so many things. And I'm just like, dang, well, I don't know my talent, but I know a
Wait.
whole bunch of people that are
What
talented.
made you feel like you suck? Did somebody tell you, hey, you suck? Or
I
did you
actually suck
project
at
that?
basketball. Like, I ain't never start. I sat on a bench.
It's
like,
easy to figure out when you suck at basketball, but like an art thing, like
Yeah.
rapping and videography.
okay. Well, let me say about rapping first of all. Like,
was
rapping
your
back
rapping?
then, I had to. I have one video on YouTube rapping
Aw,
for
shit.
class, but like, I used to call myself Tay Breezy, because of my real name, and I used to love Chris Brown.
So the name suck, not your rapping.
Well, okay, I feel like back then, especially being a women rapper, I feel like it was just corny. Like, people would say that, like,
Yeah.
like girls trying to rap, like people just thought it was instantly corny. So shout out to all the lady rappers for real, because they really be coming hard.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay.
But I probably just, I mean, people told me obviously that I suck. So it's like, you know,
Wait, somebody told you obviously you suck?
people wasn't rocking with it. Like, people wasn't like it. I ain't go far with it or nothing, like too far with it or nothing. But people didn't like hype me up to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it might have been me. I don't know.
Same thing happened to me. I rapped for 2 weeks. I was like, this ain't it. I'm trash. I was like, I know I'm trash.
Yeah, exactly.
You were
I
trash.
rap like I was writing, but like openly I was like, oh, I'm a rapper, and I tried recording. I'm like, nah, I'm fucking awful. But
You still got the track?
do I got the track? How you got all my tracks?
Oh my
Oh my god, you crazy? I got all my tracks. I got all 7 of them. I was not like I was terrible, but I had a little bit
That's a
of bars.
mixtape.
You feel? Yeah, nah, bro. You feel
release
me?
that.
You feel me? I might still like drop like an album one day too.
Okay.
If I can get TZ to write it and Willie to produce it, I'll drop it.
That's funny.
But so Tay Breezy, you feel me? Short-lived rap career.
Okay, so
Was you
I
rapping like Issa
realized.
Rae?
Oh my god, yeah, I probably was. I probably was for real.
Was that representation for you? Like seeing Issa Rae rap on the low?
People do be comparing me to her, like, even though she got some huge shoes to fill, but that was definitely representation, like, for real, for black girls, like being awkward, all of that. I know for me though, when I really decided that I wanted to do this, like I said, I was at West Georgia though. By this time I got to West Georgia, because I grew up on the east side, you know, so it's a lot of black people there. Like at MLK, it was nothing but black people.
Facts.
If there was like, it would be like one white person, and they'll go there for like 2 days, and then we'll never see them again. Like it would be like that. So yeah, like I just used to be like, dang, like when I got older, I'm like, dang, like I grew up knowing a whole bunch of people. I got to West Georgia, I started meeting a whole bunch of cool people that can do a lot of different things. Like I had DJ Showtime on there early. I had a couple people on there early on that's doing big things now. I just can't think, but I used to be like, man, like why isn't this talked about in media? It's like when you think about media, it's always, oh, this person smashing on who is this? Oh, it's Blueface and da da da. They're in an abusive relationship. Like you always hear like some really like
negative.
really, yeah. So I'm just like,
Facts.
dang, I grew up seeing all this greatness. Like I want to highlight some of this stuff. So that's really what made me like start my platform.
And for those who don't know, like what are other events that you got known for? Because you had a few like reoccurring events that had the city lit for a little bit.
Back then I had R&B and Chill.
Facts.
That was like an R&B party, but I make it about artists, so it's like artists did covers. I had this party called Crunk Juice, so it was an old Atlanta party. And that was like, and it was like old Atlanta, like I feel like when people say old Atlanta, they think about like Kilo Ali, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But this was old Atlanta like that.
Old to like a younger person.
Well, like I would say like when like Crime Mob came out, it was a lot of cliques. Like it was like Black Mob, Fam, that type of underground music, like Juke, yeah boy, Juke, like that type, like that when Lil Jon came, his era of
the crunk era,
yeah. So I had that. I had a show. I had like a Showtime at the Apollo, and like where you can actually boo people. So,
I wish I went to that. I'm a hater.
Yeah.
I've been there heavy.
I had Dope Concepts with you.
Hey,
that was really cool.
That was fun. We did like a mini tour. We did Atlanta a few times. We did Rhode Island a few times. It was pretty. Yeah,
it was really cool. So yeah. So shout out to me not even knowing like what I was doing and just doing stuff, and yeah, now I partner with a lot of events like to promote or like bring people out. So
did you ever, like, I'm sure you wanted it to get to this level, but did you think like when you were doing it, when you're just coming up with these concepts at 2 a.m. just like I'm gonna do a party, I'm gonna do a Crunch Juice party, like coming up with these ideas, did you think it'd like you'd be at this level where it's like not only are you can do successful events, but you can really take a brand, you can build it, take an artist, develop them. You can, be a young amazing. Like this, did you think you'd get here, like to this level?
I didn't even think I would do this in life for real. Like, yeah, it's really crazy. Just like, I don't know, really, like I ain't see my life being nothing like this. Like, cause I used to just be so weird and awkward, and I used to be so depressed all the time and so like questioning life, and it really just gave me something to be passionate about, you know what I'm saying? Like it really like gave me a purpose in life. So
that's beautiful. You'll make me cry.
Thanks. And it's a blessing for real, like to be a blessing to other people, like just how the universe treats you or how people treat you, because you were the first to get them an opportunity to perform. You were the first to let them like sell their clothes here. Like people always remember that. So it's like people always look out. Like people are always sending opportunities my way, or okay, they probably did a free interview with me back then, but all right, now they paying me for marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to come back to me because I guess they gain that trust.
It's all full circle too.
Very.
And you definitely put people in position to win, whether they realize it then, they end up realizing it later, especially when the beginning aspects, you got to soak in all the information you get. So when there's someone like you who's putting on these free shows where people can vend, and for the people who just attend it, like you're giving people that resource to go see the other weird people like them. I mean, that's what I always felt like events were like for me, like going to these events and meeting like-minded people and be like, oh, there are other people who listen to this really specific song like the way I do, and go crazy when this very specific blah 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 comes out. Like I feel like events that you curate and the spaces you create are important for that. You bring people together.
Yep. And I kind of foresaw certain things. Like I always said, because my my platform is about community development. So like when I do interviews, like, and it's not with an artist, I try to target people that are in certain communities. Like I had Sydney Rich come on there. She worked with A3C, but she also does like tarot readings. So like that became popular, you know what I'm saying, within these past couple of years. You know, holistic health has became, you know, popular. So I had Urban Eden come on, you know, so it's like I try to target communities, you know what I'm saying? Because I know more people were going to want to find their tribe or find people that have the same, to your point, the same common interests as them and stuff like that. So you so funny.
Why didn't you say anything? No, but what you're doing is important, and I'm glad that you never gave up on it. Because there was those moments where you were like,
yeah,
let's talk about that. Like being a creative, the other side that I feel like a lot of creatives don't really talk about. Like, you know, like you're putting your all into this, putting a lot of your funds into this, sometimes not even breaking even. I mean, hopefully like people get like eventually do that, but like so with the mental health part of it, because you were saying like, you know, you used to be depressed, you used to be in these spots. Like let's talk about that too. Like how did you create in those, when you were in those dark spots, in those dark places? Like how did you continue to create?
They pretty much was like, it would be inspiration, because like, all right, you'll be sad, but then it's like you gotta realize this doesn't last forever. You can create your situation. So that is the important part about being a creator, is you can create a new world for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to stay like this. If you want to say, hey, I want to be able to have a career where I can have fun for free, you know what I'm saying, where I can have fun like every day, pretty much. Because what I do, I'm not gonna say all the time it's fun as far as like the smaller parts where you got to do the work, put in work or do certain things, but like for the most part, me being entertainment, my career is having fun, you know. So
can we, because we brush past this and I'm not gonna get like too into the specifics, but I'm gonna ask, so like Young Amazing Assistant, for those who are wondering, what does being an assistant to an artist look like? We don't have to tell me like very specific like situations there, but like what does that even look like? How does one get into that?
Okay, so I would say being an assistant, really just being an asset to a person. So it can depend on what someone may need. Like some assistants may be like, hey, I'm working on this project, these are certain tasks that I just need help with. Because with an assistant, you're just helping, you're putting together certain pieces, you're making calls, you're making emails, you're representing this person, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what an assistant is. You assist. So you can, a lot of people, I'm hearing that that's more of like a job that people are looking for. I don't think you really have to obviously have a degree or nothing like that, but you do got to be knowledgeable of certain things, or you got to be the type of person that can figure stuff out, because you thinking for that person kind of, or you're like helping them. Let me not say thinking for them, but you're helping them put pieces together. Like if they need certain information or want something researched, you know, that's what an assistant does. So, but it's what's crazy though that I realize is some people look down on assistants in the music industry. Like if you're not the manager, or you're not I don't know, if you're not a manager, people look down on assistants. But I don't know, I like it because I like helping people, or I like assisting somebody. And then it's not like, because typically I guess for artists in a say, or like anybody that's in entertainment, the assistant deals with them more day to day, whereas the manager kind of handles like the bigger fish. But then some people get two managers for that reason. You see what I'm saying? Like they'll get a manager that's more of a personal manager that they'll talk to every day, help them with little stuff, and then like the bigger manager that sets up the bigger plays and stuff like that. So
that's cool. I didn't know a lot of this stuff. I'm learning as I go. Like people, like when I say the people, like for people who don't know, it's me. It's really me. What has been the most rewarding part of like being in this position? Because I've been seeing you travel, you go into a lot of different festivals. This has been one of the illest things about it.
That has been one of the coolest things, all the traveling and stuff, like staying in like all the nice hotels and all this stuff that I probably would never be able to afford. Well, let me not say never, but that I can't afford right now. So that's all nice. The experience in different cities and stuff. So
what's been like your favorite city you've been to, that for a new city you've been to?
Like a new city, dang, because I already was traveling a lot too. So it's kind of like I manifested that. but I really like New York, like, cause going to New York, I went to New York as a kid, but going to New York with a person being from there is different. You feel me? So
you tried chopped cheese?
They be talking about that.
You ain't tried chopped cheese yet?
Not chopped cheese. I tried something else that people be eating in New York, or I guess like Caribbean people eat something else. I can't think.
She gotta get you chopped cheese.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
What is that?
I can't. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm gonna come clean. It's like I've never really had to explain it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Chopped cheese.
It's amazing though.
It's a burger?
Nah, it's like a sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can get it like a bodega.
Okay. Yeah, and I know that's a thing. They don't have actual grocery stores or something like
They
that.
have
stores.
I'm sure they
yeah.
have grocery stores. I'm not from
I'm
New
sure
York.
they got a Whole Foods.
Yeah, somewhere, right? I'll gentrify.
But I think it's more common to go to a bodega.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, bodegas are nice.
That ass, B.
Stop it. Stop it. So New York, I'm glad you got to travel up north. You've been to Rhode Island a few times too.
Yeah.
You well traveled out here.
Yeah.
You well traveled out here. You're good in Providence.
Yeah, Rhode Island is nice. So thank you for that experience. Like, that's especially where you lived in Providence, like going down the street and seeing so many different cultures and races. Like, in Georgia, I feel like you can see that, but it's more so it's not one area where you see a bunch of different races unless you're in like Clarkston or something.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm also very far. I'm in Beaufort. It's pretty diverse over there.
Okay.
And I'm actually like shocked because it's just not the Georgia that I've experienced. But like, everyone is moving down here, and this is a humongous place. But like, to your point, I agree. Like, coming down here like in high school was culture shock because I'm so used to seeing so many different types of people. But it was a good culture shock. I learned a lot. But traveling, I'm glad you manifested that for yourself. I feel like that's a big thing you've been doing in the past. Like during COVID, you just traveling the whole goddamn time.
I was, cause I ain't traveled much growing up. So I always told myself like, once I get financially stable and I'm able to afford it, like I'm gonna travel, like I'm gonna see the world for real.
So, tell us about your alter ego.
So my alter ego is Sasha. So I am into like 3D animated content. That was something that me, my guys, Ryan and Skip, they got started pretty much once like COVID happened, when we had to like stay in the house. So I started this show called The Countdown. It's basically inspired by BET's Cedar's World. So Sasha, who is the main character, that was my homegirl Maya gave me that name. Shout out to Maya, because I used to wear this ponytail, like, and when I would put the ponytail on, I guess I would. Well, I'm already a Gemini, but she said like, you know how like when you get certain hairstyles, you have a certain level of confidence, stuff like that.
Facts.
And so Sasha Fierce to Beyonce was always that alter ego, sexy side and stuff. So Sasha was my alter ego. Maya used to be like, "There goes Sasha." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I started calling her Sasha because my character is a person. She's basically the person. She is another version of me that I feel like, since I'm Teaacup, a well-respected person, I can't be outwardly. So I let her be it. Or she be talking freaky. She be talking about sex. She be cursing. All this stuff. So it be a lot going on.
That's how she cope. Like all the bad shit, all the toxic thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Sasha. That Teaacup. Come
Okay.
on now. Teaacup would never say something.
Now, when Sasha be hosting events, she be asking the crazy questions. Like,
Right.
Talk about like your love for 3D animation and being like pretty early on that too. Like very like right before the metaverse. Like you ready for the metaverse? You ready for all these? I think it was no. I don't think it was you that posted that an artist from TikTok that's got signed. So you were early on that. Talk about that and just kind of knowing how to tap into that super early.
That's crazy because I didn't know. That's what's crazy. And like my homeboy just brought me the idea, and it was just something that I thought to do since we're in this time. But yeah, it did literally come out since like Web3 became more popular since COVID. So it is dope to like, because the metaverse is basically gonna be the digital reality of like the real world. So it's gonna be more artists getting like a AI version of them. Like, and it's not to like, as I'm reading more, because some people are looking at it like, oh man, they're trying to clone us, da 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 da. But I mean, that could be true. But then it's like, it's also giving people just that alternate reality because we're in that augmented reality.
Anyways.
Yeah. So that's like, I'm lucky to have been tapped in early for sure.
Nah, you was early as hell on it. So I feel like when the metaverse, whatever that's gonna really look like once it's available to the world, you gonna be like Sasha gonna be like a star in there.
Hopefully.
Hopefully you gonna do it. You gonna do it. You know that.
Thank you.
Nah, of course, anytime. So what else? What's next for you, T? Like you have the event this Wednesday. Make sure you guys go get your tickets if this drops before that drops. I think it will. I don't know, but in case it just had happened, what else? What's coming up next for you?
What's coming up next?
Because you're restoring the feeling right now.
I don't even know what's next. I just want to keep making content and hopefully see how this helps, like see how the event helps people.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't know what's next. I really do not know. Like I don't have any concrete plans or anything.
You just going with everything right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to not be too what's next because it's like no, it kind of puts too much pressure on you.
Mm-hmm.
So can't wait for what's next, which is what I don't know.
That's an honest answer. Is this the first time in your creative life that you're on this time where you're not really planning anymore? You're just kind of going with it.
It is.
That's a luxury.
It is.
That's a luxury.
You have to get to that point as
High
a
key.
creative.
It
Yeah.
is.
Like, just go with the flow. Stop trying to be strategic.
What's
with
the next
everything,
move? Yeah.
You know?
It feels comfortable, feels safe. It feels like you know and trust yourself more when you like this. So I'm good, and I'm getting older, so it's like
She's like 22.
I'm just more secure. I'm more secure
Bruh.
with myself.
We're all at that weird like awkward 20 age where we're just like we get old because we're so close to like 30.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
That's what you think is old?
Nah,
Right.
I don't
No
think it's
facts.
old. I
Because
feel
I'm
like
29 here.
bro, I'm 27.
My
so
30th birthday is coming up. So
But, like,
it's
when you get-
dang,
I feel
young
like
people think 30 is old.
I feel like
don't
around
feel
26, every 26-year-old I know is just kind of like, damn, like I got to start thinking seriously.
Yeah,
I'm
start
getting
Right.
thinking seriously.
old. Like I'm not.
After 25, that's all it is. Just,
Yeah.
I gotta get serious.
'Cause
I
even
gotta
when
get
you're
serious.
35,
and then
I-
you start to learn like, hey, 30 is young.
Right.
Give yourself some time.
Because even my older 30-year-old homie, like 37s, 38s, they're like, damn, I gotta get shit
Right,
together. I'm getting
right.
old, so I feel like
You
there's
meet
just the
older
awkward.
people, and then you realize, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm fine.
Nah, but we are
I'm
getting
not a
old.
failure.
We are getting old. Low key, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's getting old.
We are. That's why I feeling coming outside doing a show feels so different. So
I mean, it's been 3 years.
yeah, for a woman, that's a lot. That's definitely.
Why you say that?
Because I don't know. I feel like men, not in all cases, but I feel like men are usually active. You know how they say women mature faster?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like that would still be the same sense. I don't know. I'm just excited to see what the new age of everything brings and how the shows are how people are gonna receive the shows now. So
I'm excited for the show. This is the first event in a very long time, but it's the first like event that I'm gonna get to go to since I've been out here and not like have to do anything. I'm just going. I'm gonna do interviews, but like I'm gonna just be there and chill. I'm gonna get to enjoy myself. I'm excited to see like the artists. I'm not really familiar with too many people on there. Let's talk about the artists and the vendors and like let's amp this show up. Let's use this footage to amp the show up.
okay, cool. So we got 40 on Pump 4. Shout out
That's
to my
Sasha
girl
right now.
Breezy. That's my girl Breezy. So she been interviewing everybody in the city. She just did 21 Savage Back to School. She did did a lot of people, like for real. So legend for sure. She gonna have $20 interviews. Then we got Kodak. She doing a shot shop. So basically she's gonna do $10 photos. So everybody needs photos. Everybody needs content. A lot of people use her photos for like their cover art. They use them for like flyers. You know,
Love Kodak, by the way.
love Kodak.
Yeah, she's fine.
I'm gonna have like give away some of my like merch, just some custom merch. I got a couple people that signed up for the NFT giveaway. So if you want a free NFT from Teaacup and Sasha, definitely let me
I
know.
want a free
And
NFT.
it's an open jam session at the end of the show. So I got artists that are gonna have like prime time slots, and then I'm gonna have like an open jam session. Usually that turned into a cypher. That's why we call it a cypher.
Okay.
It
Some
turned
music
into
off
like
the ground.
You feel
Yo.
me? You feel me?
It's
people
time.
be battle rapping, people be roasting, people be dancing,
Battle
people be
rapping.
like
I love it.
singing. It just turned into like really some fun stuff. So
I gotta be there.
yeah.
Now we gonna be there. We going.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Document it.
gonna make Christy go too.
Oh yeah.
We outside Wednesday.
Hey.
Wednesday was the official date.
The 24th.
The 24th. Wednesday the 24th. And where is it?
It's gonna be at Escobar Seafood on Edgewood. So you can come, get some seafood, get some hookah.
That's 2
It's
Chainz.
upstairs.
That's his restaurant.
Yep, Esco Seafood.
Oh,
Yep.
that's 2 Chainz the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's lit.
So yeah, it's upstairs and downstairs.
You
Yep.
said it's where? I'm sorry.
Esco Seafood, Escobar Seafood.
Okay, bet we in there. We'll be there Wednesday, and it's you said Edgewood.
On Edgewood.
That's near Christie. Oh, bet.
Not too far.
Say that. We there. I'm excited. I mean, I was gonna go regardless, but like, I'm excited to be there. I'm excited to see you excited about doing events too.
Thank you.
That makes me happy because again, there was a time where you're like, I don't want to do events no more. I'm not going outside no more. So to see you recharge, to see you excited, to see just like where Teaacup goes from now, I'm excited for it.
It's that
Thank you.
seasonal depression that gets you.
Yeah, that shit will really get to you for real.
Yeah, it's
How you
crazy.
thinking? Oh, I ain't gonna do nothing.
That shit really.
And then it goes away, and it's like, whoa,
I'm back.
I'm back. I'm back, and I'm better. And like,
Facts.
I've just been sitting and planning and plotting.
Teaacup, how does one make you like? How does one get to work with you for the artists who are gonna watch this, for the talents who are gonna watch this, for the upcoming YouTubers that are gonna watch this? Like, how does one get your take us through that process? Like, how, are you picky? Like, do you have to like really fuck with the shit? Is it a crazy bag to hire you? Like, what's that process like?
So, well, first you can text me 770-765-5422. We can set up that initial consultation, and that's how we go from there. Because people may want just an interview, people may want press, people may want like marketing, they may want like the project management where we help them like kind of oversee their brand and what they got going on. So it really just depends. But you can text me for sure for anything. So
that gotta be like your Mike Jones number. You gotta get a number so easy to remember that it becomes like marketing for you.
Oh yeah, somebody got to put in a song for me too.
Facts. We can make that happen.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
not me because I'll be rapping, but like we know hella rappers.
We do.
We can make this a thing. You gonna do an album one day? You can get all your homies on an album.
I should. Somebody said that.
You
That would be
should.
hard.
You gotta do like a DJ drama type mixtape.
It's 5/26 right now too. My birthday.
Ah shit, bro, you should do it. Drop it next year on the birthday.
That's not a bad idea.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you, here, we gonna do it. We should do the album.
Okay, let's do it.
Bet. All right.
Do it. Y'all gotta hold us to it.
Yeah, facts. I think I really think you can. You do you should get Machiavelli to mix the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Make it like a mixtape for real. Fuck an album, do it like a whole mixtape. Restore the feeling.
Facts. Might as well. Facts.
We gonna do it. We gonna do it. I'm like really happy that we finally got to do this. Like I told myself I wouldn't start interviewing other people in Georgia till I like sit down with you to like get excited and like see if I really want to do this. And I'm happy.
He
you did
really
it.
said that. He told me. He was like, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, and I'm not doing any interview until I tell you too.
I appreciate it so much.
Yeah,
like,
nah.
for real, I'm flattered.
We go back, bro. Like you my dog, and you a big reason I'm out here. So like I feel like to start it with you and just kind of do the rebrand. I got a new logo. Shout out to Eric. I think it's a good way to like reset what Kickin It with Cøøg could be and has been, and I'm excited.
That's love, bro, and I'm happy for you too.
Thank you, dog.
You already hopping in,
Already hopping into stuff.
Yeah, you know. Yo, shout out to KD. Shout out to Peter. Shout out to Lily Rain. They're a big reason I've Anwar. Shout out to you too because you got me the Anwar show, and from that's the show I feel like really was like, this new host nigga's lit. Because I feel like from then I've been getting a lot of followers and tapping in with people that I think are really, really dope. Like I think what Lotus Rosary was doing is fucking dope.
It's so amazing.
That put a battery in my back for real. Like Anwar and his whole team and like
Anwar is a genius. Like,
nah, bro, he is, but his team is incredible too. Like the way they operate, the way they like the way everything looks, the way it's presented. It's that shit inspired me. But like all the dope people I met at that one show that you put me onto and Finders Keepers, and obviously the Father Show. She's been dope out here for sure. So I'm excited, and I'm excited that you pushed me. Like T was calling me like every 5 months, like, bro, what are you doing? Just move, like, bro, just like you don't need a job. Come out here. Like she's crazy. She's like, you don't need a job. Just come out here. You'll make money. I'm like, nah, bro. I need to.
Sleep in your car for a few days. It's
Yo,
nothing.
I'm like
nah.
Nah. She was like, stay at the crib. Like she was dead ass on some like, come out here. We gonna figure this out. So I appreciate you, and I'm gonna forever give you your flowers, which I always do. But like, it's important to because what you're doing, especially from like. I know what it takes to do an event and to help an artist and blah 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 and like it's not as what's the word I'm looking for? You don't get as much love as like the rappers do or anyone that does. Like this is a team player position, so you got to get your love in it. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you, dog.
Probably make me.
Nah, don't cry. Don't cry. Come on, don't do that. But yeah, yo, that's like everything I had, yo. Like, we're going to do this album. I learned a lot about you. This was really fun. Until next time. I appreciate you doing this. Is there anything you want to say before you head out? Anything you got to shout out? Shout out to your event on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. So, Avery B, one of my clients, he's a YouTuber. He's really cool. He's a really cool guy. And he's definitely the next wave of like entertainment, YouTube, music, just being the overall just digital creator. So y'all make sure y'all come to the celebrity basketball game on Saturday at Green Pastures on the east side. And yeah, y'all text me 770-765-5422. Thank you for having me, cool.
Nah, of course. This was another great episode of Kicking It. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time.
All right.
Woo!
I've been kicking it with Cooch. I've been kicking it with Cooch. I've been kicking it with Cooch. I've been kicking it with Cooch.